The truce between Carson Hocevar and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is over, as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. threatened to beat Carson Hocevar's ass after Hocevar spun him out earlier in the race at Mexico City on Sunday. Roll this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. So let's get into this. Obviously, the truce is indeed over, and it is over after Hocevar spun Stenhouse with 10 laps left in the Cup Series race at Mexico City. Hocevar misjudged the braking going into the stadium portion of the track and plowed into the rear of Stenhouse, spinning him out. We can take a look at this right here. You're going to want to pay attention to the left part of your screen as they're coming into this stadium portion of the racetrack. You'll see Hocevar right there, gets right into the back of that red car of Stenhouse. Stenhouse tries to save it, is unable to do so, ends up spinning out right there. So here's another look at it from the in-car camera. I think this is Ryan Truex filling in for Denny Hamlin. So you can see clear contact after Hocevar misjudged the braking portion of that portion of the track. And then here is another look at it. You can see it's a little bit afterwards. And then here is following the race. That's Shane Van Gisbergen getting out of the car. But then here is Stenhouse approaching Hocevar's car, having some words, hand in there, maybe grabbing his belts or something, kind of roughing him up a little bit. Looks like he taps him on the helmet there a couple times as well, gives him a good shake there, says his piece, and then walks out. As far as what his piece was, we have this here from the in-car camera. With Noah Lewis, and we can listen to what it says. So there you go. That is what Stenhouse had to say, and you can hear some of what Hocevar had to say as well. It was a little bit difficult to make out. I think I did my best here to kind of transcribe it. You can hear Stenhouse saying, "I'm going to beat your ass. You're a lap down. You've got nothing to do. Why you run into me? It's the second time." Hocevar said, "I'm sorry. I was locked up." Stenhouse retorted, "I don't give a damn." And then Hocevar added, "I effed up." And then Stenhouse wasn't hearing any of it and reiterated his threat, "I will beat your ass when we get back to the States." So obviously the truce is over, but this has been, I guess, coming. We thought this had been put to bed. It kind of started 2 weeks ago after Hocevar spun out Stenhouse at Nashville, ending his day in stage 2 when Hocevar had an extraordinarily fast car. Immediately after exiting the infield care center following the wreck, Stenhouse informed NASCAR media that he planned to have a conversation with Hocevar, saying, "Oh, I will." Then when asked if it would be after the race, he replied, "No, that costs too much money." He then appeared on the Motor Stardom show in the week following the race, and he joked that his post-race comments about not confronting Hocevar following the race because it would be too expensive was because it was not going to be for reconstruction on my face. So still kind of playing up that he was going to fight Hocevar. And then, however, after he had a conversation with Hocevar throughout the week, he did inform members of the press that he believed that Hocevar did not intentionally wreck him and he would not be retaliating against him. Stenhouse said, "I was able to see what his thought process was during the whole incident. I don't think he crashed me on purpose, but I do think he was super impatient. You know, he had only been behind me for 2 laps. It's not like I was holding him up. I held Priest up for 30 laps before that, and then Priest got a run on the outside and he passed me. His thought process was he had a little run down the back, and he thought he could overdrive the corner and get to my inside, which he never did. And he said that he waited just a hair too long to decide that he wasn't going to get there. And by the time he did that, he ran into the back of us. I told him I thought that was pretty impatient, but like I said, we've never had any issues. He's had plenty of issues with other people. So I told him that if it becomes a routine or if it happens again like that, I didn't feel like that was a thing that really needed to happen that early in the stage, that early in the race, especially obviously as fast as his car was. I told him, as fast as your cars have been, you don't want to keep making people mad. The amount of texts I got from competitors and other people in the garage to confront him like I did Kyle or crash him on purpose was a lot. It was kind of shocking. So I just told him that. He then indicated that he didn't plan to retaliate moving forward. If we get into a pissing match and I crash him this weekend, we go back and forth. That does none of us good. We're still only 6 points out of the playoffs, and that's what we're focused on at Hayek and trying to get back into the playoffs. So things might have changed now, given the fact that just 2 weeks later, Hocevar, a lap down, is locking up the brakes and taking Stenhouse out, costing him multiple positions towards the end of the race. And obviously, he is not happy, threatened to beat him up, beat his ass when they get back to the States. So maybe maybe Hocevar should contact a boxing coach. maybe get some tips from Ross Chastain on how to deal with competitors who are going to confront you, because it looks like the way things are going, that Stenhouse is indeed going to confront him, seemingly off the track rather than on the track. But obviously, the conversation didn't work out between them after Nashville, and Hocevar got into the back of Stenhouse again. Again, I don't think Hocevar meant to do it. I don't think he meant to do it at Nashville either, but he did do it, right? So when you do something, you have to pay the consequences. As I tell my children, right? And when they act up and they misbehave, they have to pay the consequences. And just because you say you're sorry doesn't mean you are excused from the punishment. So obviously Stenhouse seemingly following that philosophy and is promising to beat Hocevar. But again, at the same time, if you continue to say you're going to do something and don't do it, are you just bluffing? Is there any backing to your words? Will Stenhouse actually follow through? Or does that send a message to Hocevar that's like, hey, this guy's all talk, no action? So definitely something to follow here as the Cup Series continues through the summer portion of the year. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.